Let's see if I can see. It's a little bit better lighting. Hi, you guys. Um, Hi there. Um, Today, um, I just wanted to talk to get some things out the air. I actually had some time to let me see if I can move that a little bit better. Cause I'm literally in my bathroom. Hopefully it doesn't fall off. Whatever. So, yeah, I probably should have wore a brassiere, but that's okay, y'all. Don't even worry about that. I actually had some time to get up and move about, which I didn't do a lot of, but I did more research on my business. And if you guys don't know, I have a hair business. So um, I don't know, maybe I'll link it on here. Wouldn't hurt. Um, so I was doing that, and I was they'll put on a brassiere. That is like crazy, y'all. This is bothering me. It's bothering me. Okay. It really is bothering me. Whatever. It is what it is. I mean, I don't feel like changing right now. I really don't. Um, so yeah, I was doing that, and this was some time for me to actually relax because I didn't have to do a lot of things for my mom. Um, Getting her all set and ready, and I could focus a little bit more on myself and the things that are going on here. Yeah, I really don't really fancy this lipstick I got. It's actually from a friend, but I was trying to try some things because when you are in this industry, I always try to do and look for the best. And I always feel like there's times that I could work on my craft. And so I always, go out with other people who are in my field. I don't feel any competition. Actually, it helps me get better, helps the other person get better. And you learn a lot of things about that industry, and it helps you tremendously. Like, I I am so grateful for the group of women that I do have that, help mold me, and we help each other and guide each other through this process. And it's a different process. It makes a difference from speaking to someone who has a business or someone who is in the same field of business versus having someone who's not in that field of business or who does not know business at all. One thing I had to learn was to take myself away from putting some of my paths and some of my goals to some of my friends who were not going in that arena, and understanding that this time in our lives, people are going in all different directions. People have kids, they're doing different things with their children. The ones who don't, they're doing different things in their life, marriage. A lot of things come around this time. So I have to be like, I had to find, in order to get better, I had to find basically people who was in my arena who wanted to do those things. I had to be more intentional, so to speak. So um, that's exactly what I did, and it helps tremendously. It keeps me on my game. So I did some of that. I did some research on that. I also did some things on my for my makeup, and I came across the bag that my friend sent me because I checked my mail today, and I was like, okay, the lip is like it's a lipstick, but it looks one way on the camera and it looks another way in person. Like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It might be um due to some of the oils that is on there, because I don't some oils I can't do. So maybe that's it. Maybe not. Um, what else? I think that is about it. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's what I wanted to talk about. I was talking about more of me because I didn't have to deal with the things dealing with my mom right now. I went and talked to, well, I did. I'm gonna tell you guys what I did do today. I did talk to a lady named Ellen Ellen Sachs, great woman, great woman. She has schizophrenia, and she's actually a high functioning person who has schizophrenia. I really don't like the word when people say it's a schizophrenic, because these people have great lives, and she's like a great example of it. She's spoken like TED Speaks, a lot of those things. So I was fortunate and able to get in contact and just have a conversation with her. So that was good. I'll talk about that a little bit later, because that it was like an honor to even speak to her. But that's a whole segment that I probably will save for another time. Today, I was just like lounging around, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, you know what, B? Like, you really need to start pulling yourself together. God has been really telling me to get more and back into dressing up, getting back to myself. Like, it was one time when he was telling me don't worry about that and to focus on other things, but he has definitely told me to get myself ready and spoke some couple of things to me that I know is about to happen. And so you want to get in position for that. But I thought about another thing that really just blew my mind. I came across some people that were in my past, y'all. Somebody said that was going to come across somebody in your past. I think it was Dr. Alexis. I'm going to look at, I think it was Dr. Alexis who said you're going to come across some people in your past and they're going to try to connect to your gift. I'm telling y'all, when I tell y'all, these people I couldn't even talk to for years. I was still trying to connect to them, even though they had hurt me, even though all this crazy stuff had happened. I wasn't giving me the time of day. Oh, I'm too busy. Blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that, blah, blah, that. Soon as somebody else, they hear through the grapevine, because I ain't talked to them. They hear through the grapevine something about me. Now, all of a sudden, they want to go and make connections. Now, all of a sudden, they want to be friends. Now, all of a sudden, they want to have the talks that we should have had 5-6 years ago. This is what I'm going through. Oh, it was Dr. Alexis. It was 20. Dr. Alexis. I think it was Alexis. Girl, you know I can't spell that name. What was her last name? Can't remember. Masterson? No, I think she's married. Okay, y'all gonna know, because the girl, she's been doing her thing. But on there, I'm gonna tag it when I get finished if I get enough energy, y'all. I just be doing so much at one time, and it's not 1,000 people or 100 people or even 10 people that are helping me on this whole journey. It's just me and connecting to the people. So it takes a little bit more time, but slow and steady wins the race. I'm grateful for these humble beginnings, because it's showing me that when I am promoted into that spot or to those positions, I'm not going to ask. I know what not to ask for something. I'm not going to ask, my future employees, to do something that I wouldn't do. That's what I do. The same thing with my lipstick. I never ask them to do something that I would not do personally or that I'm not doing. So, yeah, but she was talking about how these people, be careful for certain people to come and try to walk into your life. And I definitely had that moment. I was just like, whoa. And then the whole script changed, from me being unteachable, because I really thought that, like, oh, you're just so unteachable. You're this, you're that. And I'm thinking, well, maybe I am unteachable. Maybe I am being hard. But then, God opens up a door and showed me. And I was so open to it. I'm so grateful that he opened up my heart, because I knew I couldn't do it by myself. And I ended up learning these processes without them, and ended up becoming better. And I started seeing that there are actually people out here who really want you to succeed. There are really people out here who really have good intentions in mind. There really are. Even though through the chaos, through all the smoke, through everything that I've been through, a lot of hardships, I did not give up. God did not allow me to. But I'm grateful for it, because it showed me a lot of things, and it came in a full circle, And I was like, okay, well, maybe I should bring them on because they did help me at one point. But I remember in Dr. Alexis saying it was talking about no. Oh, it was another one too. That's who it was. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I gotta look. I know it was Shanika. Yeah, I love Shanika Byers too. So Shanika Byers has Shanika Byers had one that was talking about access denied or something. Yeah, access denied. That's what it was. Y'all, I'm so sorry. I did want to talk about that. Where is she? I don't want to spell her name wrong. I'll just type it in later. But her thing is Shanika Byers. I'm gonna put United for Christ. That's what I'll put. Sorry, you guys. Okay. All right. So Shanika Byers had a thing, and she has a group that's called United for Christ, and she was talking about how people in the past who are going to want to try to have access to your glory and to what God is giving you, they're going to try to come and connect to you, and God is not going to allow it. And I was just like, And I felt it a little tingling, like it just resonated with me. And I didn't think of it until yesterday when it happened. And I'm like, I really wanted to connect back to him because I'm like, yeah, this is what they was talking about. What we was talking about from the beginning. But, I remember back in those days, God was telling me to remember, like they were excluding you. You was the freaking David. You was the person that they left out in the field. Even when you was analyzing, just like David was analyzing Goliath, they was telling you to get back in your place, when you was the person that was going to take them out. And it's just like, oh my goodness, it's like an aha moment. I just kept going. And I'm so grateful for it because as I kept going, things got better. And now I know I can stand on my own without them. Like if God has something for you, it is for you. No matter who stays, no matter who goes, he started showing me how not to buckle. So those were some of the things that I like was just awe about how God was just showing me. Another thing that God was showing me about was finishing keeping silent and keeping and moving in silence, because there are, like I said, a lot of people will see my name coming back around. If you are steady at something and you're good at something in a field, I don't care what it is, your name is going to come around. You don't have to promote yourself. I've been speaking at functions forever, and you don't see me on Instagram. I do have an Instagram page, but I don't even promote anything on Instagram. You rarely see me. The most you'll see me is on YouTube. You'll see my old thing on Facebook, my page on Facebook, and that's about it. I don't go on, any of the sites to go. No Twitter, no none of that. I had a Twitter account for when I was in a pageant, but that wasn't, attached. That wasn't owned by me. So, if you see my face there, it's me, but it wasn't me. That was just for the pageant. So, yeah. But I learned that the thing that God really wanted me to do was study on my craft, study the things that he was giving me, and he's going to supply and bring the people to me. I don't have to do anything else. I don't have to, compete or to tell someone, hey, look at me. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Don't do that because you're going to bring the wrong crowd anyway. If you're doing it the right way, the right people are going to look at you. That's just like, have y'all ever, I remember when I was in a singer group and we were going to get signed to a label, right? And how it was so different to the people who really didn't have talent, but they had kids and we were young, and having kids who were slim, who looked like the part, who were willing to do anything. They would do more things, more gimmicks and all this other stuff. And we were still poor, y'all. We was poor, but they was ready to sign us. And I just was like, why? Like, they doing all this, and they're like, Well, talent comes before anything. Think about a product, and I don't want to use this analogy, but think about people when they talk about drugs and things, okay? If the person is selling on the street the best drugs, they're going to go to that best drug dealer. They're going to go to the best drug dealer. They're not going to say, I'm going to go to Sally down the street because her drugs are not good, but her thing is friendly. That's just like you going to a restaurant. I've seen people go to restaurants where, think about Hell's Kitchen. He's talking to them all crazy. He's talking all crazy or whatever. But you know what? The people come there all the time. Why? Because the quality of the food. So, and that's what God was getting me to do. The quality, the quality, the quality. Work on the quality, not the quantity. Don't look at who's looking. Sometimes God hides you. I'm so grateful for that, because had some of these people known what I'm about to walk into and what I'm already into, they would have tried to take it from me, and I wouldn't have been strong enough. So I thank God for that covering, period. Okay. God is good. He is great. Thank you. So those were a couple of things I just came across, and I was just like, dang, like, this is really going to happen. Like, and not only that, it showed me what true discernment really was, and how people can see your potential and they see where you're going. And because they are insecure in themselves, they will try to knock you down and not let you go to your next stop. So yeah, that was some of the things that I did get from that. Also, I don't know, it just seemed like it looks good on camera, but it doesn't look that fancy out here. Okay, but anywho, another thing that I learned is that I just really have to step out on faith now. I got just about everything that He has given me. I have the tools to move forward to where access was denied, access is now about to be granted. I even think about that even with with me being on the radio. That's just crazy. I've just had so many invites, and it's like a full circle. But some of them things that I had to learn, getting another paycheck by doing voiceovers more. It was a time where I couldn't get not one. Okay. They would use it, and then when they started seeing that I was good and I could use it for free, then they would try to get it for free and not pay me, and I was just okay with that. I was just like, look, I'm going to get paid regardless. And then when I am, you ain't going to be able to afford me. So just take the time right now, be grateful for that. And I was grateful for the process. It kept going. And now it's a lot better. So, yeah, you guys. I think that is about it. I know you guys I did tell you that I didn't have to talk to my mom because today is her day to call people, but she only gets like 10 minutes. So she only gets one phone call, and sometimes they're a little restrictive dealing with her because they know that people call her every single day. I call her every single day. My aunt might call her like every other day. So they know who we are. They know our voices. They might not, some of those people might not know our faces, but they know our voices. So, yeah. What else? Oh yeah. So she's calling my aunt today. I want to say what else. I got to think about what else I should be talking about. It hasn't been that much of a day. I still have to do more labels and things like that for getting my other business prepped up in the other avenues that I have. So definitely working on that. But I did want to share that. And if I can leave, this is what her name is, Dr. Alexis. Boom.
We're going somewhere, some women who are pushing towards multi-millions, and you definitely want to be in our group. You definitely want to be connected. So once again, text Dr. Alexis to 22828, and you'll be on the list, and we will send out the links. Now, it's not going to be free, but it will be.
Okay, so That was Dr. Alexis, the one that I told you about. I couldn't remember. I forgot her last name. I wish I could see Shanika Byers. But you guys probably know. All you have to do is type in her things. A lot of her things really helped me. It almost felt like that woman was talking to me in certain things, especially with the one that said the witch will be dismantled. I didn't even really get to tell a lot of people about that story and about how everything was going. But I mean, at that moment, I was like, God, why are they still coming and attack me? Like, I understand this. I understand what was going on, but why are they still coming? And because I haven't offended any. If anything, they came for me and they came, But anyhow, she started explaining, and when she said that, how God showed her in the spirit and was telling her all this, it was almost exactly what I was going through. So I'm not putting anyone above God or anything. I'm just saying for what I got from that person and what I got from these platforms was correct pertaining to my life. Another thing that I saw that lady Alexis, Dr. Alexis. It's a whole big story with that one, but her process and the things that she went through where she could not get a job and she was doing certain things was almost the same process that I went through. A lot of other people had processes like that too. And I think that was God awakening his people and just getting you back into right alignment, because there are a lot of shifts that are going on during this time. If you guys didn't watch my other clip when I talked about how the transition, and I think it was called Transitions, how I saw the dream, and it was a 4-way intersection, and people were just going back in cars back and forth. Some of them was going in circles, some of them was going one way, some was going the other way, and then it was people at the top and it was other people at the bottom, and I was at the bottom, and these people were some people were going up and some people were falling down, but it was like these little mini hoblet looking angel looking things, but they were big, but they were littler than regular angel, and they was slicing off people's sashes, taking off their sashes, and they had different color sashes, so pink, yellow, blue, not pink, yellow, purple, yellow, blue, I think it was green, gold, and yellow and gold was 2 different colors. Excuse me. Yellow and gold was 2 different colors. And I was so surprised, why would I look at the difference from yellow and gold? But 2 things I saw. But I saw some people going up, they was transitioning, going up to heaven. Some people were going out and falling on the ground, rolling out, they was getting dismembered or embarrassed. Some people was withering up and died. One guy's sash was blue, and his sash burnt up like this. It rolled up and burnt. It was weird. But I know that is coming to pass this year. I know that because a lot of things are becoming revealed. A lot of things are coming, out to light. So, yeah, I think that is about it with this channel. I know I need to get up and go and walk my dog and finish my laundry, because that's why I'm kind of in here, because I got to do that. So I'm going to get off here. Hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey. Please stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem. And thank you so much for watching. Bye. Oh.